Hi, welcome to a brand new series, limited series here on the Church at 434 in Motion. I'm your host, Jeff Dixon, and we're going to go into a little bit of history. And at the time that we're recording this series, entitled The Legend Lives On, has a lot of meaning and at least is something that culturally right now is very relevant and people are talking about. You've heard the song, I'm sure, that begins, "The Legend Lives On," from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. It is a song that was written and performed by Gordon Lightfoot, who just died recently. And that song became one of his trademark songs. It's called "The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald." And so this series is about that legend, the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. The Edmund Fitzgerald was a 729-foot ore carrier. It, in real life, was one of the largest freighters on the Great Lakes. And when it left Superior, Wisconsin, on November 9th, 1975, it was carrying iron pellets bound for Detroit. The next day, that ship, caught in a storm, winds were averaging 60 to 65 miles an hour. Its captain reported 20 to 25-foot waves washing over the decks and water pouring in below the deck through broken air vents. That night, the Edmund Fitzgerald sank near the coast of Ontario and Michigan in water that was about 50 degrees. A nearby ship that had been originally traveling with it, that had moved away from it, reported seeing its lights disappear in the driving snow. The Coast Guard would later find lifeboats, life rings, and other debris from the ship, but the lifeboats were self-inflatable, so their discovery did not necessarily indicate that they had ever been used, and none of the 29 crew members survived. That is the real story of the Edmund Fitzgerald. And this is a series that takes a look at the history of the Edmund Fitzgerald just a little bit, and we'll dig in to let you know more about that legend that's captured in that song. And so, I'll join you in our next session, and we'll talk a little bit more about the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.